Hi, Selvig.
Hello. Sorry.
How are you? That's okay. That's okay. I probably forgot to mention. Don't worry about the link. Oh, but you look good. Happy evening. Good evening.
You give me an occasion to wash my hair, put some makeup on, during lockdown.
Yeah. No, it's a bit like that. I had one earlier today, and I just kind of kept my makeup on, and I thought, I'll put a little bit of lipstick on, and hopefully that'll be okay. It's amazing what lipstick can do, hey? No, look, thank you very much for joining. Hello, everyone. This is Local Connect with our local businesses in the Northern Beaches and surrounding suburbs. So we have Selvig here, who I think is French. I presume is French.
French-Australian.
French-Australian, and we are talking about Le-Marche, Willoughby.
That's correct. Yeah. Yes.
So, am I pronouncing your name correctly, Selvig?
Exactly correct. Selvig. Yeah, that's fine.
Selvig. Okay, good. All right. So, if you want to start with telling us a little bit about your business, how you started, how long you've been running for, that kind of thing.
So I've been in Australia for 8 years, and events is my dream job. It's a job I always wanted to do. I love organizing events. I like connecting people. So I did work in events a few years back when I was in France, and then I did something else. 2 years ago, I started to organize Bastille Market, which is a big market in July. Yes, for Bastille Day.
I love the Bastille Market. Yeah.
And then when I organized that market, I was like, really, this is my heart, this is my soul, that's what I want to do. So we did it for 2 years in July, and it was very successful, and we had other French markets at other time of the year for Christmas. And last year with COVID, we had to cancel the event one day before. The event was on Sunday, and on Saturday there was a big lockdown in Melbourne, and we had to cancel everything. Happened again this year.
Yeah.
But last year during COVID and lockdown, I had the occasion just to reflect about what I wanted to do. And that's when I launched Le-Marche. So we launched in September 2020. Le-Marche is a fresh food, gourmet food and artisan market that we run twice a month in Willoughby on Sunday morning. And the idea of Le-Marche is to blend the best of Australia and France in one market.
Oh, lovely. Oh, it sounds delicious. And because people can't actually travel to France at the moment, they probably can get a little taste of it with you guys, hey?
Exactly. Like the idea is to give access to Australian and Francophile and Francophone, like French people also, to the best French food in Sydney. So it goes from crepes, croque-monsieur, foie gras, saucisson, French cheese, a lot of pastries and cakes and croissants and bread. So we are actually the only regular food market in all Australia that is offering such a big selection of French food at a time. There's no other regular market like that in Australia. So if you come to our market, all the French food is covered. But also we have amazing Australian producer, farmers, growers, artisans that comes and just complete the team.
Yeah. No, that's lovely. Yeah, and it's so important to kind of, I've definitely over the years started to kind of invest in fresh food and support the local growers as well. So that's so important that you kind of join forces together. Because, yeah, there's not a lot of markets that do that kind of gourmet speciality food as well. And French croissants, oh, it's hard to find a good croissant in Australia.
That's correct. You have to come. You have to come when we reopen, please. I'd love to take you for a little VIP tour and introduce you to my team. Like for me, I noticed that with mass-produced clothing, but also, industrial food, processed food, we just lose the connection with good products. And when I say good products, it doesn't mean healthy, because I have to say that with French food, it's not healthy, saucisson and cheese, but they are good products, good basic products. And what I wanted to promote with that market also is individual talents. We have amazing art and sewing, making handmade jewelry, bakers, growers, people that are beekeepers. And these people, they have an amazing talent at doing what they do, but they also have passion and a story to tell.
Yeah.
So we've lost that, I think, with big, large supermarkets where it's mass produced. Somewhere else in where people produce that in very poorly conditioned as well. And what I wanted to promote is just to reconnect the customers, the local, with artisans have a passion, and they explain how they make their baguettes, their croissants, how they make their jewelry, why they have their fabrics made in Australia. I've got a lovely lady, Emma. Hi, Emma. Her name is, the brand is The Boy and I, and she sources all her linen in France, but all our products are made in Australia, handmade in Australia. So just to because when you buy in a supermarket, don't get me wrong, I'm like all of us, I buy things in supermarkets.
Yeah.
You forget it's anonymous. You just buy it, there's no soul, you just buy it because you like it, it's cheap, and then a few months after you put it in the bin because you don't like it, or it's very bad quality. But when you go to an artisan market and you go and buy a nice handmade jewelry or a nice dress that was handmade by the lady that's selling to you, you listen to how she makes it, why she chose that fabric, how is it made, and that gives a sort of connection where you buy something for a good reason, something emotional that it has touched you, and it's better quality, it's something that you will keep longer. But it's the same with the food. If you go and buy your croissant that has been made in a factory somewhere, when you eat it, it's not the same as if you go to the market, you buy it from our baker. It looks good, it smells good. The baker tells you, I've been baking since 2 a.m. Right? You eat it and you appreciate it so much more.
Yeah, no, 100%, and especially with the croissants. I mean, like since coming to Australia myself, I've always been on the hunt for a good croissant, because how you can tell is if you can just eat it plain, no jam, no butter, no nothing. You just eat it plain, and if you can do that and it doesn't, feel that dry feeling inside, then it's amazing. And also the tomatoes, I don't know if you've noticed, so probably since coming to Australia, it's really hard to find, and I think it's probably any country, like the mass produced or the big chains, the tomatoes don't taste like tomatoes. When you go to Europe, they really, it's almost like it is a fruit, but just eating that on its own, you can really taste the difference.
Yeah, in France, like in summer, If you go to a picnic, when I was a little girl, my mom used to buy these massive, juicy red tomatoes, amazing, and we just put some salt on it and just eat it. And with my farmer, James, I found again that quality of tomatoes. When I saw his tomatoes, I was like, oh my God, they look amazing. They look like proper veggie, because they're not stored in a fridge for months. And so and especially I think after COVID, people are coming back to supporting farmers, growers, shop locally. People are back to that big time.
Yeah, I completely agree, and it's something that I'm obviously really passionate about with my brand, is actually understanding your whole supply chain of everything that you buy, just having that awareness, the environmental aspect, the pesticides that they use, and all of the kind of the taste and the feel, and the fabrics. I mean, I'm big into investigating fabrics and stuff like that, so it really is important. And look, I'm big advocate of supporting local farmers and that produce, and the bakers and makers and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's fantastic what you're doing. Amazing.
Cool is also that for me, because I put all my heart and my passion in what I do. Of course, it's my living, but I do it with my heart, and I'm at the market, I'm just myself. I treat I always say my team of stallholders, it's like having 35 kids. I've got a team of 35 stallholders, and it's like having 35 children because I love them. Like, I miss them when I don't see them. We have fun, and there's moment when it's tough. At the moment, it's quite tough, but what is beautiful is to see that even with the market, you can create connection and so much happiness. Like, it's something I did see that during the Bastille market, because people were very happy, telling me, oh, I feel like I'm in France. I feel like, I'm spending time in France. And it's a beautiful compliment when you hear that. But lately, COVID, I had people coming to me and hugging me and telling me, Solveig, you have no idea how much happiness it brings to our life to be able to come to the market. I have people that live by themselves, elderly people, and going to the market in 2 weeks, it's their light of the week. So this lady came to me the last market, and she was crying. So she made me cry as well. And she said, looking forward to come to the market, get dressed, chat with the stallholder, buy my croissant, buy my food, and just be out. And for me, quite often I step back from the market and I just look at people just sitting with the kids running around and eating a crepe and be covered in chocolate, and people with their dogs and their grandmother. And I usually step back and I look at that, and it makes me happy. And I feel like it gives me a great sense of achievement to just be able to create that bubble of happiness for a couple of hours, like twice a month.
Yeah. And it's so important nowadays because there's so much doom and gloom everywhere, isn't there? So, people need kind of a release and something that connects them. And food is obviously an amazing thing which connects people, which is great. And so where can people find you?
So at the moment, we are in a bit of a tricky situation because we moved place, because the place we were trading is being redeveloped, the Club Willoughby. So we found an amazing cottage in Willoughby. The name is Laurel Bank. So it's a building with a cute little cottage, a garden with flowers. It's amazing. It's magic.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a little bit like a cottage in England, actually.
I was going to say, it sounds more European or English than here. That's fantastic.
So we lodged the DA with the council to have the approval to be trading, and I just spoke to the council tonight, just now, like 10 minutes ago, and they said they're gonna let me know tomorrow if we are allowed to trade there.
Okay.
So tomorrow we'll have the big news, finger crossed, because we've been waiting now for 6 months. It's a bit of a roller coaster for us. It's emotionally, yeah. Yeah, so in Willoughby, the name of the cottage is Laurel Bank, and we are open every second and fourth Sunday of the month from 8 o'clock to 1 in the afternoon.
Okay, and so will you? So people will obviously follow you, and then you can find out the updates and when you can open with the news that you have tomorrow.
Well, people are waiting. We have. I have to say, I'm very grateful because our customers and followers are amazing and very supportive. They know the situation at the moment, and I've been overwhelmed with messages of support and people telling me we missed the market. We're looking forward for you to reopen. So yeah, we will publish that on Instagram and Facebook, and
Okay.
Yes.
I'll grab the details on afterwards, and I'll put it in the notes as well. I think it's a definitely something to look forward to. People need their croissants. People need their delicious food. Otherwise, other people just get home delivery, and sometimes you're just like, this is just not what I love. If you're a food lover, just getting that routine.
In Willoughby are now hooked with French food. I have to say, like the saucisson, the baker, the madeleine. Every week they are sold. Every week. So now people come first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock because they don't want to miss out, which is amazing. But yeah, it is essential to get comforting food. Because that's just to treat yourself with something that you really like and enjoy. It's just reassuring. That's why food it's got this emotional connection where it brings comfort. It brings just warmth to people, and especially during COVID.
Yeah, I completely agree, and it's winter, and you want your comfort cheeses is like my favorite thing as well. No one makes the cheese as good as the French do, especially the goat's cheese. Oh, you can't. It's hard to find a good goat's cheese here. Like the proper French goat's cheese.
Aurore, who is cheese. I always call her the badass cheese boss because she's been awarded one of the top 10 cheesemonger in the world.
Wow.
Her husband Tom, so she's French, she's Australian, like our market, which is nice. And they have a shop in Balgola called La Boîte à Fromage, and they have amazing cheese and goat cheese. Amazing.
Ooh.
And they do this toasty with 3 different French cheese. I think there's raclette, comté, and gruyere, and she put some truffle.
Oh. Yeah, it's almost impossible to find, so I'll have to check it out. Now I've learned something today. No, that's fantastic, Solveig. And is there anything else you want to kind of tell your customers and potential customers before we close off?
No, look, I think people know that the soul of the market is just, we are not just a market. We're trying to create a sense of community, like I said, a little bubble, a little touch of friends somewhere in Australia where you can just come. You just don't come to do your shopping. Well, now during COVID, yes, but normal times. It's also, you can come and sit in the garden, have a crepe, have a croque monsieur, have a chat, have a glass of wine, bring your kids with you because it's very safe. Dogs, we love having dogs at the market. There's so many dogs. People get them dressed with a French outfit.
Oh, that's so cute.
Little scarves and hats, and it's quite funny. But yeah, it's just it's very, we don't want to be arrogant or pretentious, you know. It's just a nice market with good products, amazing. I'm so grateful because the team is amazing. They all have something to share with the customer. That creates the connection. And yeah, you come, you sit in the sun, you have a glass of wine or coffee, something nice to eat. You catch up with your neighbors or your friend, and it's just a nice little bubble out of the middle of this chaos at the moment. So hopefully we will be reopened, and I've got you. I think you should come and sell your products actually, because it would be a perfect what we are promoting. So we need to chat about that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so hopefully you get up and running and we can have a chat.
I will know tomorrow.
Yeah, awesome. I'll be thinking about you tonight. Well, thank you so much, Solveig. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and yeah, it makes me feel like some cheese now, so I might go have some cheese and wine. And check out Le-Marche's page so you can see when they're live and go and visit them.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Me, and hopefully I'll see you soon at Le-Marche as well. We can meet in person.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. Au revoir.
Au revoir.